been 1 year since we've bought our 100-year-old farmhouse, and we finally have a new roof. There was originally a green metal roof. You can see it on the front porch still, and the rest of that roof was taken off and put on the barn, and then they put shingles on after they added on all of the additions in the 80s. This is the back of the house where one of the additions was added on. It had the worst leaking problems, and so we've had it covered with a tarp, and we knew we needed a new roof this whole time. There's just a few things we had to get done first in order to get the roof, and unfortunately we have to remove that chimney on the left. You can see the bricks kind of piling down. That chimney is not usable and would be really hard to repair. We're going to keep the chimney on the right, but we'll still be able to see all the brickwork of that chimney on the left and the inside of the house. I really don't like removing anything that was original to the house, but in this case, this chimney is just allowing more water and moisture to get into the house. Here's a look of the roof from the inside. You can see there's some water damage up there. All those boards with water damage will get replaced. This is the inside of the roof that has the tarp on top, and just lots of mold and water damage up here. All this will be replaced. Actually, this whole roof had hundreds and hundreds of grocery sacks shoved up in there when I took the ceiling off, and they were just full of water. So yeah, we usually keep this door shut. Don't come in here. Keep the window open. This part over here is pretty bad as well, but not as bad as this part. There's a complete, right here you can see the tar paper from the roof. The back side of the addition, it's another very low-pitched roof. Water damage over there. That will get replaced. And on that section over there as well. Other side of that same room, we've got water damage over there. You can actually see through the roof. Had our power line removed today from this pole that was sticking up right here. We rerouted our electric line to be underground and to go on the back of the house. So now we'll be able to take this pole out of the roof because we are getting the roof repaired next week. So we had to get all that done so we could get that big pole out of the roof, and also because there were 2 meter boxes on the front, and we were going to get those combined into 1 meter box anyway, so we just figured we might as well go ahead and get the power line rerouted and dug underground. So we put it right back here on the back side of the house. So this is where the new meter box is, right here, and it goes underground. And now we'll be able to take this meter box off the front and that pole, and that way we can add windows all along that side too if we wanted to. But the main reason was, again, just to get the power line dug underneath the ground and to consolidate it into 1 meter box. And now that the power line is dug underground, we can work on doing our French drain, which is going to be right here because we have a lot of drainage problems on the back of the house. So we're waiting for that to get done so that now we can start that French drain process. So just the whole process of us taking the electric line down and getting it rerouted, that whole process took us about 4 months. We had to get connected with the electric company. We also had to work with an electrician. We had to get permits. So that all took a really long time. And again, we couldn't really get started on the roof until we got that electric pole taken out of that roof. And so just a reminder that everything takes much longer than you think it will. It also took us about 4 months just to decide on a roofing company. I think we ended up getting about 5 estimates total on the roof. And I'm glad we did because every company was different. Every estimate was very different. And so I'm glad with it. We took our time and just kind of did our homework and went with the company that we thought would do the best job. And they really did. They took their time and they didn't rush, and everything turned out beautiful in the end. We ended up choosing a full standing seam metal roof to go around on top of the whole house. First, we thought about maybe just doing standing seam on the lower roofs and asphalt shingles on the top, but because we've had so much trouble with water damage in this house and with how the way that the addition roofs are pitched, we really didn't want to have any water damage in the future. And we know that the standing seam metal roof, that the water sheds easier off of that. And so we just wanted a roof that, was made to last. Here's where the power line was connected with before, and it's really nice to not have that hanging over our heads anymore. And we're glad that we decided to get that dug underground. And even though the standing seam metal roof, it is more expensive, but it's definitely a premium roof. It will last longer than most other roofs. And once I saw the labor that it took to put that metal roof on, I could definitely see that it was worth what we paid. And again, you kind of get what you pay for, especially in a roof is just one of those things where now that we have the roof on, there's so much more that we're able to do inside now that all that water damage has been taken care of. Now see the machine? Look, there it is. There's the roof. Alan, say over here, babe. This is roof progress after day 1. We got some of the metal on there. That's everything for day 1. They're coming back tomorrow. It was a lot of work. They worked really hard today. And then there's all of our metal that they came and had a machine out here today too, the metal company, and cut all the metal. Just cutting all the sheets of metal. That alone took over 2 hours to get all that metal cut. There it is, ready to be put up. Here's what the front of the house looks like yet. This is roof progress day 2. See, we've got this back part almost finished. And we'll go around to the front. Here's the front of the house. Roof progress day 2. We got that top section done today. There's still a lot of roof left to go. Good. It ended up taking 5 whole days to finish the roof. Here's a reminder of what it looked like before, and then here's what it looked like after. We're really happy with the way that it turned out, and it feels so nice to have a brand new roof, and now everything's dry inside and it smells so much better. The roofing company will come back out to repair the fascia and to add gutters to the front of the house. We also had a ridge vent installed at the top of the roof for venting for the attic space. There was no venting on any areas of this house before, so we'll have to add some extra vents to the addition roofs as well. Here's a close-up of the metal that we used. This is the 24 gauge, which is all the company carried, so that was good news because it's supposed to be thicker than the 26 gauge. The color we went with was dark bronze. It took me a long time to decide on which color for the metal roof because there's so many choices. I knew I didn't want all black and I knew I didn't want all brown, so I tried to go with something in between, something that looked gave it kind of a more vintage lived-in feel, and so I'm really happy that we went with the dark bronze color, which will look even better once the house is painted.